Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. What I'm about to say is not for the faint of heart. It's for the go-getters, the dreamers, the people who want to make things happen. So listen closely, because what I'm going to share with you is the key to breaking free from mediocrity and achieving the kind of success that only a few people ever experience. You see, most people are content with staying in their comfort zones. They're afraid to step out and take risks. They're afraid to go after what they truly want. But guess what? Comfort doesn't lead to greatness. Comfort leads to stagnation, to mediocrity. You'll be like a goldfish in a small bowl, swimming in circles, thinking you're doing well because you haven't bumped into anything. But let me tell you, if you want to break out of that bowl and swim with the big sharks in the ocean of success, you have to be willing to take that risk, to get uncomfortable. You have to swim against the current, not with it. I've seen it time and time again in my own life. I've worked with some of the most successful people in the world. People like Steve Wynn, Jeff Bezos, and even my good friends like Ivanka and Don Jr. They all share one thing in common. They refuse to stay average. They saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. When I first started in real estate, people laughed. They said, "Trump, you'll never make it." But I kept pushing. I didn't listen to them. I didn't let their negativity seep into my mind. And guess what happened? I built a multi-billion-dollar empire. That's how it works. You need to block out the noise, tune out the negativity, and focus on your vision. And let me tell you, this isn't just about business. It's about life. You can apply these same principles to every area of your existence, whether it's your relationships, your health, or your finances. The same mindset that got me to where I am today is the same mindset that can get you to where you want to be. It's about thinking big, thinking bold, and never, ever settling for average. In the world of business, people are always talking about competition. They say, you've got to beat the competition. But here's the truth. Competition is overrated. If you're always focused on what your competitors are doing, you're going to miss the big picture. The real focus should be on making yourself so good, so valuable, that there's no competition. It's like playing a game of chess. If you're always watching your opponent's moves, you'll never win. But if you focus on your own strategy, if you build yourself into an unstoppable force, you'll leave everyone else in the dust. Now, let's talk about money for a second. Most people stay average because they're afraid of losing money. They're afraid to invest. They play it safe. But you know what? Safe doesn't get you anywhere. Safe doesn't build empires. Safe doesn't change the world. If you want to build wealth, you have to be willing to take calculated risks. Look at the real estate deals I've done. Some of them were huge risks, but they paid off. I've made more money than I can count because I knew when to take risks and when to seize an opportunity. When others were scared, I was buying properties. When others were sitting on the sidelines, I was taking action. But here's the trick. You have to make smart investments. It's not about throwing your money into anything and everything that comes your way. It's about doing your homework, studying the market, and making informed decisions. When I bought Trump Tower, it wasn't just a good deal. It was the right deal at the right time. I saw potential where others saw uncertainty. I took action, and it paid off. And you can do the same. But you've got to be willing to take that first step, to put yourself out there. Now, I'm going to give you some tough love here. Most people fail because they don't understand the importance of hard work. They want the reward, but they don't want to put in the effort. They want the success without the sacrifice. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. It's not about luck. It's about persistence. It's about grinding every day, even when things aren't going your way. When I built my empire, it wasn't easy. There were sleepless nights, tough decisions, and setbacks along the way. But I didn't stop. I didn't quit. And that's what you need to do too. If you get knocked down, you get back up. You don't stay down. You don't make excuses. You don't feel sorry for yourself. You get up, and you keep going. Here's another example for you. Let's talk about my campaign for president. When I ran, people thought it was a joke. They said, Trump's never going to win. But I didn't listen. I ignored the critics. I didn't care what people thought. I knew that I had something special to offer, and I pushed forward with that belief. It was the same belief I had when I started in real estate. when I started my television show, and when I started building my brand. I knew that I could do it, and I refused to let anyone tell me otherwise. But here's the catch. You have to make sacrifices if you want to be extraordinary. You can't live an ordinary life. You have to give up the small comforts, the distractions, and the things that hold you back. Think about the athletes you admire. The LeBron James, the Serena Williams, the Michael Jordans. These people didn't get to the top by playing it safe. They didn't sit back and wait for opportunities to come to them. They created their own opportunities. They worked harder than anyone else, and that's why they're at the top of their game. It's the same with you. If you want to be a winner, you've got to put in the work. You've got to show up every single day and grind. It's not about taking shortcuts or waiting for the stars to align. It's about putting in the hours, staying disciplined, and making progress, no matter how small. Because that's what separates the winners from the losers. The willingness to keep going when everyone else has given up. You've got to be willing to make tough decisions. It's easy to follow the crowd, to do what everyone else is doing. But that's not how you make it to the top. If you want to be extraordinary, you've got to go against the grain. You've got to be willing to take the road less traveled. When I started in real estate, I didn't take the easy route. I made bold moves. I made decisions that others thought were risky, but I believed in them, and those decisions paid off. Here's the thing. Success doesn't come to those who wait. Success doesn't come to those who sit around and hope things will get better. It comes to those who take action, who are willing to put in the work, who are willing to fight for what they want. It comes to those who refuse to settle for average. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to break the cycle of mediocrity. But it starts with you. You have to take responsibility for your life. You have to stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. Most people stay average because they listen to the wrong voices. They listen to the people who tell them it's too hard, too risky, or too impossible. But you know what? Those people are afraid to take risks. They're afraid to step out of their comfort zones, and they want you to stay there with them. But you're different. You're here to rise above. You're here to break the cycle. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can achieve greatness. The time is now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for everything to be easy. Success is never easy. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about the obstacles, the challenges, and the triumphs. It's about never giving up, no matter how tough it gets. Because when you keep going, when you refuse to quit, that's when you win. Donald J. Trump.